So here's what's going on. This guy right here, FightinCowboy, like many other YouTubers, got press release package when reviewing Dragon's Dogma 2. Within the package was a section titled monetization, and it showed a screenshot apparently of the 21 DLC microtransactions, whatever you want to call them, for Dragon's Dogma 2. So after the community started to tie up and start flogging these YouTubers because they didn't cover the part of the game where there's 21 microtransactions on release, FightinCowboy decides to chime up and say that he's not sure why the other YouTubers didn't cover that part since it was in the press release package. People like Asmongold are saying that they never seen that in their press release package. So it's either Capcom is sending out different press release packages to different YouTubers, which I don't seem to quite understand. It doesn't seem true. I don't know, but it just doesn't make sense to me that, you know, a staff member at Capcom compiled all the information into a press release package and then made a separate one to send out to only other people. I think what more likely happened is that these YouTubers didn't bother looking at the press release package. They probably opened it up and did the bare minimum, which is read the rules. Typically these things have NDAs in them, or they have like instructions and embargoes saying like, you can't talk about this part, or you can't talk about this, or you can't talk about this until the game releases or what have you. But it seems like many of them just glossed over the monetization part of the review. It could also be, I mean, I got my tinfoil hat on now. It could also be that, you know, the Dragon's Dogma 2 has been hyped up for months now. Creators have been making content based on the Dragon Dogma's 2 hype alone for months now. And that when they opened the press release package and saw that there's 21 DLC in it, they didn't want to anger the Capcom gods so that they could continue to get press release packages and keys for games in the future. I don't really know. I'm not big enough to have gotten a key or a press release package from a video game studio, but I can maybe imagine that they would get ticked off with you if you said something negative about the game. I don't really know, to be quite honest with you, but it does seem kind of odd that these two now they're getting together after a video where FightinCowboy was basically putting Asmongold and everyone who thinks pay to win is bad but still plays pay to win games on blast. I just watched this on 2x speed and they were both pretty mature and calm, especially the fighting guy. I was surprised how calm he was, because in his original video he was like screaming. He was very angry, very animated. But it's good to see them, you know, get together and calmly discuss their thoughts on video game monetization and pay to win games in general. And they found out that they were both on the same team anyways. They both had the same thoughts when it came to monetization in gaming. I think this is a problem in general when it comes to video game journalism. It's kind of a catch-22. Like, you want to, if you put yourself in the shoes of the person reviewing, whether that be a YouTuber trying to make content for his channel, or, you know, a writer for IGN, for example, writing an article. If you burn the bridge and spoil the relationship between you and the developer, then there's a chance that you won't get the key early. So you won't be able to play the game early. And then, so you'll be the one left out while all the other people will have early access to the game and then can give their 2 cents on it and get their clicks. And on the flip side, you want to give an honest review. If we're being honest, or me anyways, I want to just give an honest review of what I think of the game. So I don't know what I would do. Maybe I would have done the same thing. I don't think so. I think I would have talked about the monetization when coming across a screenshot of 21 microtransactions on release of a video game. They also make a fair point in this video. They talk about how this is not something new for Capcom. Capcom always has weird and aggressive monetization with their video games. And I don't really know. I don't play Capcom games. I think the last Capcom game I played was a Street Fighter game like 25 years ago. But I've also heard reports from one of the newer games in the Yakuza series being grossly monetized as well. But again, I don't have details. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. I thought it was worth mentioning my point that if these YouTubers piss off the developers, then they won't have early access to these games that they're covering, and then then they're missing out. They're not going to be able to put good videos up that people are going to want to watch. So I would assume a lot of them are just tiptoeing around. But anyways, thanks for watching.